Hello, my friends. So Amber has decided to live stream on October 1st for her big return to YouTube. Aside from the shorts that she's been doing, which are trying to convince us that she has a job. Now, I will be really surprised if she actually talks about her job in this live stream. And if she does, it will be really vague because she doesn't actually know anything about work and she's gonna kind of wing it, but I doubt she'll talk about it at all. Let's just see what incredible things she's learned since she's been gone. Maybe she's learned a lot about the world at her new job. Anyway, if you'd like to like and subscribe, that would literally be hectic. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I missed you too, spaghetti. Oh my god, spaghetti sounds so good. Stop right now.
That was a troll for sure. Somebody named themselves Spaghetti because, of course, Aunt Tammy told the story about how she would pile on the spaghetti when she was like 14 years old, and that really got to her for some reason.
Remember you getting the pot of spaghetti out of the refrigerator and using the really huge utensil, taking big scoops out of the pot onto your plate, where your dad said, "I think that's enough, Amber. That's my first memory of you." And you still continue to pile on your plate. Yeah, that story goes around our family year after year.
But yeah, she said, spaghetti sounds good. Like, I'm sure it does.
No, Dylan, I'm not on the Ozempic. No. But I have lost some weight. I have.
She said, I have lost some weight. Oh, come on. Shut up. We have eyes. To me, it looks like she's gained weight, but at the very least, she has not lost weight. That is for damn sure.
Anxious. I'm starting to think I don't like my AirPods in this moment either. Oh, typing test. Okay. I'm scared because we're like live. Something might pop up on my iMac, so I'm not gonna like show that, but you guys can watch me.
So wait.
And then I'll turn it around and I'm nervous because you guys are here. Wait, okay.
Okay. Now she says she's gonna turn it around to where you can see the typing test when she's done. I will be interested to see if she actually shows the results.
Hold on, I think I'm alone. I'm alone.
Oh, also, something that I noticed, and for some reason I never really brought it up, but she pushes the space bar with her index finger. That is so weird. Am I crazy for thinking that's weird? I don't think I've ever heard of anybody doing that. Is that a thing? Does anybody actually type by hitting the space bar with their index finger? I literally have never heard of that until I saw her doing it. Can she not do anything normal, you know? She's got to do everything so weird.
Stop. See, I already fucked up.
Also, in this short, she starts with this. Okay. So what she's saying is, I don't just type with my index finger. Almost like people are saying that I only type with my index finger like this. And she's like, no. And then she just types with these 4 fingers. Those are the only fingers she uses. So, I mean, is that really that different? Watch, she never uses any other fingers besides her middle and index fingers on both hands. Even to hit the space bar. So weird. I just don't know how you can learn to type by using your index finger to hit the space bar. Like, how do you learn it that way? Like, that's just not natural. You know what I mean? Like, you have to force yourself to use the index. Like, the thumb, like, she has to move her thumb out of the way to hit it with her index finger. Like, why? Why do it that way? Like, look, her thumb is hovering over the space bar, and she moves it to hit it with her index finger.
Here, I can read it to you guys. Today, right, pretty. See, I can't do it actually. There, am, year, around. I got 85 words per minute. Here you go.
Oh, she is going to turn it around. That's fine.
I'm very, very sad about it.
So, I mean, if this is real, then that's actually pretty good, especially for typing with 4 fingers. But yeah, I think the average for kind of most adults is like 40. So, I mean, that's above average. Again, if it's real. I mean, she could have just taken a screenshot from a results page or something. I don't know. I did Google some test results pages and stuff. I didn't find any that were identical to that, but I don't know. Maybe she's just really fast with 4 fingers. But as much bullshit as she sends to her significant others and all the journals and all the weird crap she types to herself and stuff, like, she has a lot of practice.
You guys made me so nervous. No, I didn't get dizzy, but because it was like all going like this, and then, oh my God, I felt weird. I will say that. I was like, whoa, my eyes. But yeah, I get it. I type very weird, but it's not gibberish. Like, genuinely, like, it's just me typing. It's not that big. I'm an out of breath queen. I'm over 500 pounds. She's gonna be out of breath.
I mean, yeah. And what are you doing about it?
Am I only typing with 4 fingers? I have no idea.
Yes.
I have no earthly idea. Oh, and I saw.
What do you mean you have no idea? Do you feel the other fingers touching the keys? If not, then yes, you are typing with 4 fingers. I did not see any fingers other than these touch the keyboard.
Oh, and I saw some comments. We were like, what's wrong with her arms? Well, I have a kitten that loves to cuddle and loves to play. And my kitten, Romeo, thinks that every limb that I have is also a toy. So, you know. And then I also suffer with excoriation. So when I have like a situation type deal.
It can't just be, I have a kitten. She's got to get that please feel sorry for me moment in there somewhere. She said, I suffer from excoriation. No matter what she's talking about, she always suffers from it. The kitten thing was enough. That's all you had to say.
Oh my God, I'm looking back. I only type with 4 fingers. Because I have it pulled up on my thing so I could see the chat. Imagine if I used all my fingers, how fast I'd be. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's too late now. That's not something you can like reteach yourself later. I mean, I guess you could, but you think she's going to take the time to do that? Hell no.
No, my wounds do heal, love. I have excoriation where I pick any sort of scab that I have. Like, I can give you an example. Cat scratches do not look like this, but they look like this if you pick them. But yeah, I heal perfectly. And how I know that, please do not gaslight me, is because I had a hysterectomy, vertical hysterectomy that was 21 inches long, healed beautifully.
First of all, that was a long time ago. And she's responding to this comment that says, girl, your wounds don't heal. Stop acting like it's normal. So the hysterectomy was 6 years ago, and not every wound heals the exact same, right? Just because you had a hysterectomy and that one healed fine, which we don't know for sure if it did or not. I'm sure it was fine, but not every wound heals the same. And I love how she says, don't gaslight me. I don't think that's gaslighting. That's more just making an observation. Like, you're kind of ignoring the fact that your wounds aren't looking so good. But her explanation for why she knows that her wounds are healing fine was just stupid.
Right on time. I barely fucking have a scar. Like, how? I mean, I do have a scar, high, but it's just, it was splendid, if you will. Do it again with all your fingers. I can't.
Okay. She has gotten somebody else's personality, so I don't know if she's seeing somebody new, but this is even more insufferable than usual. All the, I do have a scar, hi.
Splendid, if you will.
It was splendid, if you will. Like, who is this? Who are you talking to that you have absorbed their personality at this point? I would bet they are a feeder, whoever they are, and they sound like they're young, like really young, or they're stunted like she is.
Do it again with all your fingers. I can't, because that's not how I know how to type, so it would be literally a mess. My hand would be glitching. Petaluma High typing class taking some trays. Huh? I never went to Petaluma High.
Notice she has not said anything about the job, and I don't think she's said anything about the job anywhere other than just that she has something going on where she works from home. And you know, if she had an actual job, she would be talking about it for sure.
I did not. So yeah, this is just my live to be like, bro, what's up? Like, oh, catching strays. Bro, what's up? Like, I'm literally back. Yeah, and I'm actually really excited for Vlogmas. So I have a vlogging camera. So
I'm just going to throw this out there. I'm kind of excited for Vlogmas too, because the last time she did Vlogmas is when I started my channel. I uploaded my first Amberlynn video during Vlogmas of 2024. So I don't know. I just think it'll be kind of cool to do it again and just kind of see where we are a year later, you know?
What it is I've been filming from my phone, but it's like, I want to step it up. But I have had this camera for like 8 years now. It's the Canon G7X, which used to be very popular for the vloggers. But it like has this little like dot, and it's like, I haven't turned it on in like a couple years. Like, I don't know. So I'm thinking about buying like a new vlogging camera because there's like this.
Why? The reason a lot of these vloggers have special cameras with special equipment and special like handles and things that you hold them with is because they're doing things, right? They're out walking around. They are experiencing life. What the fuck do you need one of those cameras for when you're literally just going to be sitting in front of the camera like this? You've got a phone that works perfectly well. But she's not only addicted to food and people feeling sorry for her, she's also addicted to buying shit. She loves to buy stuff. So when she gets this idea, I need a new camera, in her mind, it's like a drug, right? She gets this dopamine of like, I get to buy a thing. I get to spend a bunch of money. And then she kind of pretends like she's really researching it and stuff like that. But it's just this rush of, I'm going to buy a new thing. I think it's the same reason she buys all those Legos, whether she does them or not. She doesn't really care about the Legos. I mean, they're a good way for her to pass time, but the buying is really what she loves. It gives her that dopamine hit, you know?
Sony one. So I don't know.
I can't think of many things that would be more of a waste of money than a specialized vlogging camera for Amberlynn Reed. Come on. Especially for Vlogmas. Like, shut up.
My iMac is pink, Rebecca, and I'm in love with it. It's so cute. And a lot of people are like, girl, why'd you so... You guys are so funny. I love it. I live for the memes. You guys are like, why did you switch keyboards? Well, this one I just bought because I really like click-clackety clack-clacks. And this one is the one that like came with the iMac. And I wanted to like pick which one I preferred. So I was using both for a minute there, but I like this one because I do like the sound of it, especially for my shorts. And I think a lot of people also like it.
I don't think she understands why people ask that. People were asking that because that's a weird thing to do when you're in the middle of working. But the most obvious takeaway from the infamous keyboard switch was the duper's delight. She couldn't keep from grinning at some point. You know, she can't help herself. When she's telling a lie, she always tells on herself. It's all so silly and fake, you know.
I love to vlog. I just do not want to open up my life like that right now.
See, she says that every time. I love to vlog, but I don't want to open up my life. Like, you can just show whatever you want. You know, you don't have to show everything in your life, which she never does anyway, right? She's constantly like hiding things. I mean, for example, the fact that her and Emily were together that whole time while she was lying and saying they weren't. So obviously she just shows what she wants. But the real reason she doesn't want to vlog is because it takes work. It takes some effort and time to edit and all that stuff. And this is way easier. I like this comment and I like the name here. It says Beezer and Butt Shelf. That is a girl world aficionado, you can tell. And they say, at least the fingers are getting a workout. Touche.
And that's just like me putting up like a boundary. I love YouTube so much. Like, genuinely, I love it. Mommy, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm sure.
What's that baby's doing roaming around?
She loves it, guys. Absolutely.
So, and I've missed you guys. I've missed YouTube, but it was just like so good. So good. Come on, babies.
Why? What was so good? Like, what could she possibly have done on her month off? I mean, we all know exactly what she did. Nothing different anyway. She went to bingo with her mom every once in a while. We saw some pictures of that. Other than that, she got DoorDash. She sat around looking at her phone. I guarantee she watched Jordy and Snowflake and all the reaction channels. She spent some time making privacy strikes against Studio Deets and Jordy and Snowflake. So sitting around doing nothing, which is exactly what she does all the time. So what was so great about it? Like, there's no way she did anything worthwhile while she was gone.
Is there something you're scared of revealing? No, not at all.
And that is the problem, right? Is she says, I don't want to open up my life like that. And somebody says, are you scared of revealing something? And she's like, no. Then what's the problem? You don't want to open up your life. What does that even mean? Again, you're only showing what you want to show. And most of her vlogs are her just sitting in front of the camera anyway, talking about basically nothing. So she doesn't even know what she's talking about.
Oh, I'm not dating no one. I'm as single as a fucking Pringle, and I am not ready to mingle because I had a perfect opportunity to mingle. And you know what my ass said? You know what my ass said? I said, I don't want to mingle. I don't want to mingle. So anyways.
Okay, your shorts would say otherwise. They reek of desperation for a new feeder, a new somebody to give you that special feeling you got when you were with Emily. We can't believe anything she says, which we couldn't anyway, but now we really can't because she spent an entire year saying that she was not with Emily. Like, specifically, we are not together. And then turns out that they were. And again, I'm kind of 50-50 whether or not they're still together. I definitely think that the shorts that she's been making are either for Emily or to make Emily jealous and find another feeder. Whether or not she's with anybody right now, I don't know, but she's definitely looking for somebody.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, when I got Rarity fixed.
So she's spending a bunch of time talking about Romeo getting fixed, and it's boring. But this person says, just focus on you and your fam and the peeps that make you happy. First of all, what peeps? I guess like her, you know, the Am babies. I guess that makes sense. And then she says, you're glowing. Who are you looking at? But I would like to know how the lawsuit prep is going. Because as far as I know, Tammy is still following through with that. In fact, she has been in Jordy's chat pretty regularly over the last few days, just kind of shooting the shit. So she's still around. And so I'm pretty sure that's still going through. And I would love to know what Amber's doing to prepare for that. I would imagine nothing. You know, I can't imagine that she actually like called a lawyer or is doing any actual work to prepare for that. But yeah, I think Amber is underestimating just how screwed she might be with the whole Tammy and the defamation thing, because it doesn't look great when you actually look into it, you know?
Amberlynn is all about peace. I love this arc. Speaking of arc, Amberlynn actually carried the what? Stop again. I am all about peace. Like, I genuinely can't. I just can't. Anything that doesn't give me peace, I'm like, I can't. But it's something that I have to do because, like, let's be real. YouTube is not 24/7 perfect, peaceful. Like, no. I have a lot of, like, behind-the-scenes bullshit that I deal with. And that's very fucking obvious and transparent. I mean, very fucking obvious.
I wonder what kind of behind-the-scenes bullshit she could be talking about. Because the trolling that she normally complains about is not behind the scenes. That's in front of the scenes, where we can all see it. So maybe the behind the scenes bullshit she's talking about is privacy violation strikes against reaction channels. It seems like that's something that she would consider behind the scenes bullshit, right? All this stuff I gotta deal with, taking down reaction channels as best I can, trying to anyway. I mean, I think she kind of let that slip.
Transparent. I mean, very fucking obvious, and you know what I'm trying to say. Sorry, it's almost my bedtime. Oh yeah, and I was talking about how my sleeping schedule. I'm all over the place because I haven't talked to you guys in forever. I should have like had notes. My sleeping schedule, brilliant. I'm telling you, having a normal sleeping schedule is so good for the fucking brain.
First of all, who's the new person that's saying brilliant and splendid? Is she talking to somebody from like the UK? Isn't that something that they would say? But also, yeah, duh, sleep is good for the brain. How are you almost 35 years old and you're like just now coming to that epiphany? You know, it turns out sleep is good. Yeah.
Not only is books good for the brain, but the right type of sleeping schedule is good for the brain. Like,
So I think she's saying that because she wants to start pretending or kind of shifting the narrative to say that she doesn't wake up at 3 p.m. anymore, right? This is her beginning to start to pretend like an adult.
I am not with Emily anymore. No, we are not together, and we have not been together since that whole thing you guys saw me do. Beezer, welcome.
Which, if that's true, that would be the smart thing to do, is to stay away from Emily. But we know Amber is desperate enough that if Emily wanted to be together, Amber would say yes, absolutely. So whether they're together is 100% dependent on what Emily wants to do. And does she want to be together? I mean, I don't know, man. It's hard to say at this point. She sounded pretty fed up whenever she did the tell-all with, or the tell-some with Mr. Snowflake. I will only be convinced that they are not together anymore if Emily comes out with the rest of the information. At least some texts, right? You know she's got to have some good shit. So if she comes out and says, here are the rest of the texts, here are a bunch of conversations showing how terrible Amber is, then I will believe that they're not together anymore.
Oh my God. First of all, thank you. But you just reminded me of Shantel. She needs to go back to Canada, and I'm so excited. I have donated to her little fund a couple times because I know how it feels to like love someone and then like be confused and know that like being away from them is more of like a freedom and a positive thing. Like I'm in so much fucking support of that. Like I'm so excited. If you ever want more into the WFH scene, I have connections. Thank you, Rebecca. And yeah, sure. Message me on Instagram. But yeah, I think that we all.
Okay, so yeah, this person says, if you ever want more into the work from home scene, I have connections. And this is the person that left that "you're glowing" comment earlier. So first of all, this person believes that Amber has a job. But they're saying, if you want to do more work from home, I have connections. Do you know who you're talking to? Like, why would Amber want to do more work? She's not doing any work to begin with, but I'm just saying. And I love how Amber's like, yeah, send me some stuff, whatever. She's not going to listen to it. She's not going to look at it. She doesn't care. But it's easy just to go, yeah, sure. And in her mind, it makes her sound like she's a working girl. I'm interested in all the work. Whatever you got, send it to me. I will ignore it.
All should support Shantel right now. It just seems like she's going through a hard time. And everyone's always like, she's just such a bad person. No one is 100% good, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's true. No one is 100% good, but some people are like 90% bad or more. So just because nobody's perfect doesn't mean that everybody is equally good. Case in point.
I think she's a good person who has done bad things, and there is a difference in that. So that is just my opinion. And it's
No, listen, I don't know much about Shantel. I don't follow her nearly as closely as I do, Amberlynn and Darkside Phil and Wings of Redemption and stuff like that. But I do know that Shantel is just a horrible human being with very few, if any, redeeming qualities. She just is hateful and mean, selfish. She lies constantly. That sounds familiar. So, yeah, she's terrible.
It's okay to have different opinions. Like, it is totally fine. So, yeah, King. I agree. And it's like, I wonder what it's going to look like for her in Canada. Like, is she going to, like, continue covering up? Or is she going to just, like, be free? Wear what you want? Like, show your hair, wear your makeup, get your nails done, like do what you want on your time. Don't have to answer to anybody. And I'm telling you, that is the freedom of being single, and I fucking live for it, you guys.
Amber does realize that that's a religious thing, right? Which, I mean, we all know that it's really not, that Shantel just converted to be with Sala. I mean, I get it. But Amber is also somebody who supposedly believes Shantel. believes the lies that Shantel tells and is like friendly with Shantel. So if that's the case, then don't you think she would believe Shantel when Shantel says that she has converted to Islam? So it's a little bit weird that she would then say, yeah, now that she's not with Sol anymore, she can just stop wearing all that stupid crap. Like, I mean, it's not really about that. I mean, we know it is, but Chantal's pretending like it's not. So Amber should be playing along.
Oh my God. I get to talk to who I want, when I want, how I want. And it's also the Zoloft, not gonna lie about it, because I feel like before I was medicated, when I was single, I wanted to find that favorite person. I wanted to be in a relationship with someone. I wanted like that close connection. But it's like, bro, I prefer like time to myself now. I get to choose when I wake up. I don't have to worry about someone else. I don't, like, the list can genuinely go on.
I can choose when I wake up. What? That's a weird thing to say about a significant other. Honestly, what that says to me is she likes to sleep until 3, and obviously no one else in her life thinks that that's okay. So now she's like, now that I'm single, I can sleep till 3 all I want, and nobody's there to bitch about it.
Like, I never in a million years thought I would be living alone, actually truly single, and actually like thriving and enjoying that, like enjoying my own company.
She's acting like Zoloft fixed everything, fixed her BPD, and she is perfect now. But even if that was the case, right? Even if we took that and ran with it, when Emily sent all that stuff to Snowflake and all that came out, Amber lost her shit, right? Which, I mean, I get it. Your ex is coming out and talking about you and stuff like that. But she didn't just get angry or, play the victim or whatever. She tried to Darvo the situation. Whether you have Zoloft in your system or not, you're still a narcissist, because let's just say the Zoloft is working. It didn't stop you from reversing victim and offender, denying and blaming everything on Emily, taking zero accountability for anything. And when you kind of pretended to take accountability, you blamed Emily for the things that you did. She said something like, yes, I had a BPD tantrum, but it was because of what you did. You turned me into a monster.
And I followed you in there with my BPD meltdown, my tantrum. Yeah, I did. And I'm able to admit that. My pain turned me into a monster because of what you did.
So even if the Zoloft is working, which who knows if she's actually taken it, I don't know. But even if she is, it doesn't change who she is at her core, which is a narcissist, which is somebody who cannot take accountability, which is somebody who blames everything on everybody else, and as such will never really be able to be in a good relationship. She needs to be able to say, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I did something wrong. And she is not capable of doing that without blaming somebody for it. She'll say, I messed up, but it'll be because of my BPD. It'll be because of Emily, because of the betrayal, and that kind of stuff. So the Zoloft isn't going to help you in the long term unless you find a therapist or somebody who can help you with the worst parts of you, which are the narcissism and the lying and the addiction to sympathy and food. But yeah, Zoloft isn't going to help the things that you really need help with. The main problem with all that is that she doesn't see it as a problem, right? To her, she did nothing wrong. She took all the accountability she needed to during the Emily thing in her mind.
I am now single and alone majority of my time, and I love it. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that. The more she says it, the more it'll come true, right?
We love a vibrator over here. Anyway. Oh, dear God is right. Okay, I have a question. What do you guys want to see in Vlogmas this year? Sleep schedule and routine are amazing for depression. Michelle.
Did she just ask, what do you guys want to see in Vlogmas? Something. Not nothing. That would be interesting. Like going somewhere and doing something. But why are you even asking? You're not going to do anything that anybody suggests. You're just going to sit and talk to the camera about your feelings, I guess.
Having a routine every day where I like really work and I like look forward to what I'm doing. And, you know, in the middle of all that, like I film shorts, and I know like the shorts are like 2 minutes long, but I'm not gonna lie, shorts are more time consuming than you think. Cause I'm like, what am I actually doing over here? And I don't know.
Yeah. She actually has to edit the shorts. And even if she gets 100,000 views on every short, unless she's uploading multiple a day, she's not going to make any money on them. You have to get so many views on shorts to make any money at all. If she got 100,000 views a day on shorts, she could not survive on that. She would make a little bit of money, but it wouldn't be enough to actually live on, you know?
But I enjoy it. It's so fun.
And she said, I look forward to working, basically. She said, I get up and I work and I look forward to it. Like, no, you don't. You don't work. And if you did, you would not look forward to it. Because here's the thing. Let's just pretend like she actually did get a work from home job. It would be gone by now. If she started a work from home job, she would have quit after the first couple of days or been fired. She has no time management skills. And she's so lazy, she won't stick with it. Once she realizes how much work is involved in working, she would quit immediately.
Go shopping with Mama Lynn for Vlogmas. Okay. DoorDash free Vlogmas. Probably not going to happen.
Yeah,
But
surprise.
I love the challenge. Maybe come like 2026, we can do like a month of like DoorDash free. I'm telling you, that'd be so hard. Let's start with like DoorDash free week.
And that's the problem, right? Is they say a DoorDash free Vlogmas. And of course she's like, nah, hell no. But then she's like, maybe next year we can do a month. Like, why not now? That's the problem with Amberlynn and everybody really, is it's always tomorrow. It's always later. I will start later. Just start. Just do it now. There's nothing stopping you.
We want to see you lose pounds. Can't you tell? I have lost some weight.
Nope.
You can read every book you own cover to cover. Girl, listen, I used to have so many books. Volunteer. Yes, every single December, I like to publicly show myself donating, whether that's to homeless people, like to them, or to the homeless shelter, or I like to buy toys for foster children, etc., etc.
Yeah, they said volunteer, not donate. Nobody wants to watch you donate to a charity. Also, it's a little weird to say, I like to go donate to charity where everybody can see me.
I feel like by sharing that, it makes other people want to do that. Oh, I'm not high. If I was high, you would.
Yeah, that's it. It's for motivation for other people. Not that she wants to pretend like she's a good person and wants to show off. Like, look at me. I am an empath, you guys.
Real talk, we want a Saturday night bingo live stream. I've thought of that. I've genuinely thought of that.
Yeah, somebody said, we want a bingo live stream. And she's like, yeah, I've thought of that. And I don't doubt that that thought had crossed her mind at some point, but that's all it's ever going to be, a fleeting thought, because she's not going to take the time to figure out how to make that work. Ever, period. She just will not do it. So any kind of fun, interesting thing that she could do with her vlogs or live streams or whatever will never be more than a thought. And now that I think about it, honestly, I doubt she ever even thought about it. Okay, so there is a super chat right here that looks like it's from Tammy. Okay, it says, make it 1 week without lying. And it sounds like something Tammy would say, for sure. But Tammy has said that's not her. And I'll show the chat where I think she was in Jordy's chat where she said that's not her. So I don't think it is her. I think it's somebody impersonating her, but whoever it is, they did a pretty good job because that sounds like her.
Thank you for the money. You know, people are like, girl, you need to make merch that says thank you for the money. And I'm like, you know what? I might have to.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, she might have to do lots of things. There's so many things that people are like, you should do that. And she's like, yeah, I might do that. I might have to, like, If it requires any work, it's just not going to happen.
True. It's like, thank you for the money. But yeah.
The funny thing is, she's not the only one that says that. Darkside Phil, Wings of Redemption, Boogie, mostly lol cows, say thanks for the money because in their chat, they're constantly either being called out or being trolled. And so they have to sort of pretend like it doesn't bother them by saying, oh yeah, well, thanks for the money. So it kind of just shows how much of a lol cow she is that that's become one of her catchphrases. I like this comment. It says, it says, how do you cut your toenails? That is a great question. I bet those suckers are gnarly. I'm trying to picture, like, how does that even happen? How could she even, like, no, I don't know. I have no idea.
Like, in the past, sometimes, like, certain would make my dad a raging, like, monster. My story to tell. And we lived in this, like, rundown trailer. Like, he would get so mad sometimes. He, like, literally tried to, like, lift the trailer.
Did you hear what she did just there? She starts talking about her dad and then almost like convinces herself that it's okay to talk about him by saying, my story to tell. Like, is it though? If you're talking about somebody else and talking about how terrible they were, like, you can't just call my story to tell. It's not like dibs or shotgun. That doesn't make it right. We witnessed mental gymnastics like in front of our very eyes just now. My story to tell. And then continued on. Like, that is weird that that's how she justified talking about her dad like that. I have decided it's my story to tell.
How do you cut your toenails? You know, it's funny. It's actually a story me and my mom talk about because it was this last weekend. Me and my mom and my grandma were hanging out and my mom showed me her toenails. And I was like, oh, okay. and I'm like, why don't you cut them? Why don't you paint them? You know, just chatting it up. She goes, I can't reach. And I'm like, Mom, if I can do it, you can do it. And I like literally tried to show her how. So how I do it, if anyone, should I show that in Vlogmas or should I really dive into details right now? I might have to do like a little Vlogmas. How a 500-pound girl paints and clips their toenails. It's so funny, I can't.
I mean, that might actually be kind of interesting just for her to like explain it, not to show it, you know? Because I don't get it. I don't know. I'd like for her to be honest about how she wipes. I don't want to see it, but I would like for her to at least admit why there was a pile of washcloths in one of her shorts.
Why can't you do Dr. Nail's diet? It's not hard. Eat eggs. Okay. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let me finish reading it because you spent money. Okay, so eat eggs and broccoli for breakfast and chicken, asparagus for lunch, turkey and green beans for dinner. That's his diet and only drink water. Okay, Beverly, thank you so much. Like, I appreciate it so much. But Dr. Nail's diet is 1,200 calories of like nothing. And this is like on a TV show where they have tons of doctors and people watching them and watching over them. I feel like that's very like extreme in my opinion. So no, I probably wouldn't do that.
Well, she wouldn't be capable of doing that, right? Beverly doesn't understand. You have to have a lot of willpower and a lot of self-control to be able to eat like that without some serious help. Yeah, for Beverly, I'm sure it's really easy. Just eat those things, problem solved. But Amber's never going to do that because she has no self-control. She will eat all those things in one day and then right before bed, she will order, 6,000 calories from DoorDash and the whole day is ruined, Because the problem isn't that Amber doesn't know what she should be eating. The problem is she just won't eat it.
But I just think any like drastic diet, like you need to talk to your doctor. Like something like simplistic, like Weight Watchers or lowering your calories a little bit or no, that's fine. But like things.
Well, it's a good thing she's giving us advice. We definitely need advice on losing weight from somebody who knows how to do it and has proven that they can do it.
Are like way more extreme. Like talk to your doctor first,
Or try Weight Watchers, quit after a day or two. Try Jenny Craig, quit after a day or two. Try counting calories, quit after a day or two. Try Weight Watchers again, quit after a day or two. Try counting calories again, and quit after a day or two. Try Ozempic, and then quit after like a week or two. And then go back to counting calories, quit after a day or two. try GLP-1 again, Ozempic or whatever, and quit after a week or two. Like, I mean, that's the Amberlynn way. And she clearly has it figured out. So maybe you should try that.
Completely sober. I'm not manic.
Okay, this Rebecca person has asked, what color is your iMac 3 times through Super Chat? And Amber answered that question a long time ago.
I just feel peace.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I've
Yeah,
never had the
she looks
eggnog.
like it. She's a great actor. You guys watch. This is her auditioning for an Oscar-winning role. You ready?
I just feel peace.
Bravo. That was brilliant. That was acting.
But anyway, I just wanted. Oh shit! I've been on Top Chat this whole time. Am I missing stuff? I'm so sorry.
So the funny thing is, her chat was dead. Because I kind of thought the same thing. I thought I was on Top Chat because there was like no chatting going on, but it was on live replay. There were not very many people talking. I don't know how many people tuned in live. She normally gets like 2,000 to 4,000, depending on if there's a lot of drama or whatever. So I don't know how many live viewers she had, but the chat was dead.
Okay, I think people are exaggerating with your drinking. Oh, 100%. You guys, I have not been on live chat this whole time, so I have probably missed so many of your messages.
Nope.
I'm so sorry. You feel peace but keep pretending to be unbothered. It's because I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered. That's the thing. Like, I'm genuinely not bothered.
Okay.
And it's so calming. It is so calming.
Yeah, she sounds real convincing to me. Does she sound convincing to you? She is not bothered, you guys. She says that all the time, and then she will come out and talk about how terrible her mental health is because, you know, she really needs that sympathy from somewhere. But I also like this super chat from Oh Lordy Jordy Sucks. And it says, Oh Hordy, it's Georgie is live. Good one. Got him. The Am babies are just as dumb as Amber.
Up here, it's calming in here, and it makes me really happy. So anyways, I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. Like, I genuinely, yeah, I just appreciate you guys so much. Like, so many of you stayed members. I was shook by this because I was like, oh my God, they're gonna be so like outski. They're gonna just be like, I don't want anything to do with this girl no more. But I appreciate your guys' support. And
well, I think a lot of people forgot they were members. I mean, that happens, right? Where you are a member of something and then 10 years later, you're like, why am I paying $3 a month for whatever? I would imagine most of her members probably stayed members just because they didn't think about canceling. But I will say, one smart thing she did was say, I will be back on October 1st. That way, there were probably a handful, at least, of the Am babies that thought, well, it's only a month. I'll just keep my membership until she gets back or whatever. We'll see how it goes. So I think by saying that, by saying I will be back in a month, I think that kept a lot of people from canceling. Because if she had not said anything and just disappeared, then I think a lot of the M babies even would cancel because they were like, well, I don't know if we're going to be getting any more lives at all, you know, that kind of thing. So, and I don't think she did that like with that thought in mind, but I think she just kind of talks off the cuff and it just happened to work out for her, you know?
Friendly fire here, but you could definitely do his diet and survive. I don't know why you never actually try it anymore. Thank you so much, Choker Cheese. See the memes. I live. And thank you for the money. Anyways,
So yeah, Choker Cheese. Some of these names are awesome. But also, don't give her money. Stop giving her money. Anyway, it says friendly fire here. Oh, that's why. But you can definitely do his diet and survive. Yes, she can do his diet and survive, but she won't. Like, yes, physically she could do that. She can obviously survive on 1,200 calories a day. Anybody can. That's not the issue. The issue is not, could she survive on 1,200 calories a day? The issue is, would she only eat 1,200 calories a day without somebody monitoring her to make sure she doesn't eat more? Absolutely not. And it is wild to me that there is a single person on earth that thinks that she could do that on her own. And I know Choker Cheese has been around long enough that they should know better They should know Amber is not physically capable of eating 1,200 calories a day and sticking with it. Now, the other person that said that, maybe they're new, right? There may be some people that don't know what they're talking about, but come on.
And so many of you have reached out to me and just really showed that you cared. And I appreciate that so much. And thank you guys for like giving me the time and just being patient. And I love that. How often will I be going live? It's going to be like very random. I personally do not want to be going live this late because is it hard to take the choker off? No, I could literally take it off. I personally don't want to be.
I'm going to guess she's going to say because she has to get up for work. If she says that, I swear.
Going live this late because of my sleeping schedule. I like to have a few hours to myself before I go to bed. No, not to use my vibrator. I'm joking. Sorry, it's because we were talking about
gross.
JD, I very much can rage. Ask my ex-girlfriend. Ask my ex-girlfriend what I could do. Anyway, all right. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so I want to start.
She didn't mention the job because that's not crossing her mind, right? She's not thinking about the lie right now. If she actually had the job where she needed to get up early for it, then what she would say was, I don't want to go live this late because I have to get up early for my job. Because in those shorts, she's claiming that she's starting work at like 8 a.m. or earlier. So if she was actually working at those hours, or if she was thinking about the lie, if it dawned on her to continue the lie, she would say that I have to get up early. But she just can't keep her lies straight, you know?
I think I'm going to start going live earlier in the day. So, because I want just all my work done like at the same time, because then I want time with myself.
I want all my work done at the same time. And I think it just dawned on her that she didn't mention her job when she was saying she didn't want to go live too late. So now she's like, oh yeah, my work, I gotta get my work done. So the lie is catching up now.
I don't want to promise when I'll be back, but like I'm back. I told you guys I would come back on October 1st, and here I am. I know I came back a few days early with shorts because I thought they would be fun, and there will be more of those.
Yeah, of course, those disgusting, nasty shorts where she's constantly making gross eating and chewing sounds and swallowing sounds. Those are obviously for feeders, and if she's got somebody right now, like Emily or somebody, it's for them. Or it's to find a new one, and once she gets a new one, it will be for them. So yeah, of course they're going to continue. I think she gets some kind of weird pleasure out of those shorts, aside from just the eating. I think just knowing that she's tickling the fancy, we'll say, of a certain type of person, I think that makes her happy. So gross.
Yeah, but thank you guys for an amazing live stream. All right, bye.
So yeah, she's back, and she is sort of half pretending to have the job now. She's not talking about it, obviously, and that's because what is she going to say? She doesn't know anything about a real job that she would have working from home, so she knows if she starts talking about it, people will call her out on the stuff she gets wrong. So I just don't think she's going to actually talk about her job at all. And if she does, it's going to be so vague that it could be about anything. Because she knows people will follow up with what she says. Not only is this just the internet, it's girl world. So if she says, I'm doing this XYZ job, people will find out if that job just hired somebody. They will find out like how that application process works. They will find out every little detail about that job and call her out on it. So yeah, she's not gonna talk about it because there's no job. And she will always say, I just gotta get my work done. I'm doing my work. Which is just an easy way of kind of skirting around the whole thing, you know. But anyway, so yeah, she's back. We'll see how this goes. No drama yet, but again, it's never far away in girl world. It seems to never fail. Right when things get about as boring as you can expect them to get, something big happens. So I don't know when, but at some point, something's gonna happen, whether it's the lawsuit, or maybe Emily will speak up, or maybe Jade will finally speak up. Who knows? But something big's around the corner, I'm sure. It won't be long. So anyway, I appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.